Are you ready for this one? It's something.
Okay.
Ready?
Yep. Every Power Ranger.
FlurrySports Podcast, shining the light. Sports and laughter, perfect blend. Second check, they won't pretend. Fans unite, get ready to cheer. FlurrySports Podcast, the truth is here.
How about that? How about that one?
Just when I thought I'd never hear Reliant K again, there they are. Just a little Rocky that we wanted. I love Sadie Hawkins' dance doesn't get enough love.
It does not. That's a banger. You cannot turn that song off ever. This one's a little harder than Sadie Hawkins dance, but
yeah, but you got to listen to the rest of Reliant K,
True. That is true. That is very true. Welcome back to the FlurrySports Podcast. Boy, we got a show for you. So we should start it. Boy, we have a show.
Guys, we have a show today.
We have a show. We are back over the internet, not in person, but we brought on another guest later on. Trevor comes on to play a game with Jake, talking about the trip Trevor took this weekend. Jake's going to have to guess what city Trevor went to, only through opinionated questions. It's going to be a good time. We have another game for money that Jake is going to be playing today as well. But first, we got to talk about one of the best players in the league, one of the budding stars in the NFL, I would say. Speaking at colleges, one of the most accurate kickers, just really a man of God for sure. Like, I don't think you can debate that. Harrison Butker, one of Jake's favorite players. Jake doesn't like the Chiefs, but he may get the jersey. Is that correct?
Apparently it's hard to get. It's selling like hotcakes.
Number 1 jersey. Good for him.
Assholes will wear anything, man. It's crazy. Like, what if we all put on the same jersey so I know who I'm like, hey, man, I don't know if we should say those things out loud.
I think it comes with a Confederate flag patch on the shoulders, which would be super cool.
Yeah, here's my whole thing with Harrison Butker. A sports story's gone too far one direction when it's like the first voices I heard on it were, what does Whoopi Goldberg think? And let's get Jason Whitlock in here. And as soon as those two names are invoked, it's like, well, this is some white people bullshit. Because what are we doing? Oh my God.
We need to start asking what Whoopi thinks a little more, maybe. Every topic. I'd like to know her opinion. I truly don't know what side of the spectrum Whoopi's on, but what did Whoopi think? Does she like Harrison?
I think they asked her because they thought she was going to like hate him, but she basically said he can think whatever he wants to think. So
wrong answer, Whoopi. Response. Take a side.
Yeah. I had some initial thoughts. That was one of them. The other one, listen, as you pointed out when we were chatting about this over text, the comments everyone's freaking out about, taken out of context a little bit.
For sure.
But you know who did hear it in context, though? The nuns. The nuns came out and they were like, we're out. They're like, we do not support with Sister Jean's. Like, I don't know about him. You're donezo.
Yeah. What about this guy? Says Sister Jean. Sister Jean does anything, though, to get back into the publicity.
I knew the only person you'll take against Harrison Butker, you're like, I can't root for Sister Jean.
Fuck Sister Jean. She knows what she did. I can't wait until we get all the dirt when she's dead, which seemingly will be never, but God willing, it will be soon. That is a secret. I think they just switch her out. I think it's like Punxsutawney Phil. I think they just keep switching out an old nun for Sister Jean.
Which, that's kind of the plot of Sister Act. So, in a way.
Maybe Whoopi's the next Sister Jean.
Maybe it all connects. I just think, one, I'm dying to hear your reaction, but as much as I think people like freaked out over it, I was most annoyed. I heard it, and then everyone was like, finally, someone saying it. And I was like, no, you weren't waiting for Harrison Butker to speak. There's no way.
Yeah.
Thank God. Now that this kicker's on our side, I really feel validated in these opinions.
Yeah. He's going to be championed to no end. I always love, though, the petitions or whatever to get this guy fired and stuff. I just want to know the breakdown of how many people from Buffalo signed that. And, places like that. Cincinnati really hates Harrison Butker. But yeah, part of it taken out of context, the part everyone's most upset about. And that's what always irritates me. It's like the whole thing, like people making up shit about Donald Trump to hate. Not that this isn't a political statement. Like, he's giving you enough ammo. Like, just say one of the things that are true. Like Harrison Butker, even in context, the stuff they're talking about, I mean, most people would disagree with. That's fine. Yeah. But his meaning behind it was like, hey, just because you got your degree in this doesn't mean you have to get a job at this. In fact, you may have a vocation to do something else which will make you happier. However, he did start his speech pretty hot with other stuff, and he mixed in some other pretty shitty things in the middle as well. So good for him.
That's been my one thing, is as much as, because to your point, usually I'm like, why are we like, because then I have to listen to people be like, that's not what he said, when it's like, yeah, but I read the rest of the speech too. Okay. And it wasn't cool. But also, this is the part that's kind of irked me. Then the response of some people, which I've heard, which is, come on, that's not what he said. Cool. Can I ask a follow-up question? Because I have a feeling which direction he's going to go. Okay. Let's say a woman didn't know which way to go. What would you suggest? And I feel like I've got a pretty good read.
I think the funniest thing that came out was that his mom's like a scientist or something. Like, she's very successful. Like, are you not connecting the dots here at all? But that's fine. Again, though, I don't think he's saying, just so everyone's clear, I don't think Harrison Butker said women can't be anything. However, when taken out of context, it certainly does sound like that, which is funny.
It certainly does sound like that. And listen, I appreciate that you're standing up for the posterity of it. He's kind of sucks. He's got to come in a little bit. He really stinks.
However, though, my first reaction, and it continues to be my main reaction, Harrison Butker was the one to fully turn the Chiefs heel, which is incredible. Like, it's been building up. We've seen Travis Kelce kind of go down a little bit. We've seen Patrick Mahomes help out Logan Paul on WWE. A little bit of a heel thing there. Some other things happen. We got Rashee Rice. We got Tyreek Hill trying to do it previously, but couldn't do it all by himself. And now Harrison Butker off the top rope with some from the heavens saying, women aren't equal, essentially. And everyone's like, fuck the Chiefs.
Well, okay. I hate to always bring it here, but I was like, they made it through Tyreek Hill, and that came back around, baby. You can't get past women twice, dude. We got you. Allies. Shot down.
Here's the thing. People still don't really understand or don't know that Andy Reid is, I think he's Mormon or whatever that is now, Latter-day Saints.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be weaponized next, which I am not for, and mostly because I love Andy Reid. He is the only thing keeping this team from not being heel in the past, because people love Andy Reid so much. But I think he may be the next one to do. He's going to do something. Andy Reid's going to do something, and he will feed into it. I think Andy Reid likes bulletin board material, and he's going to give his team all the bulletin board material to go for a three-peat.
Here's the thing. I've got two observations on that. One, I do kind of hope they have to rally around Harrison Butker, because I get the vibe, even when he's come up on like new heights and stuff. Mm-hmm. I think that dude's a weirdo. Like, I do not get the sense that the locker room's like, not Harrison. Like, I think they're a little bit saw it coming. So that said, them having to rally around the asshole kicker, which I feel like all football players can relate to. Like, why do we have to help the kicker?
Yeah. Also, has Taylor Swift spoke out yet? Not that she needs to, but I love that he cited her without saying her name, which was also, but like my teammate's girlfriend says, like, she's gonna be like, no, why me? Why am I pulled into this?
To the turning the Chiefs heel thing, I honestly think what will turn them heel is people's responses. Because I basically think, and I don't know how I feel about this, but that's just how these stories go. They're going to go down the line of the roster and basically be like, do you agree or not? And
Correct.
if the wrong person, and I think that could be Andy, is like, yeah, man, women suck. That might do it. I think there is a grenade we're all looking at. Everyone's been talking about, don't pull that pin. We won't do that. That won't go there. And now I think we're here, Zach. Who is the one person we need to hear his opinion on what Harrison Butker said? Who's the one Kelsey they won't let talk to the press? Let's get
the dad.
Oh my God!
Here we
They're
go.
Like,
yeah,
we
for
can't
sure.
let him on the radio. And if we were like, "Hey, Papa Kelsey, what do you think about what he said about this woman?" He's like, "Yeah, I do think women belong in caves." Like he tripled down for sure.
For sure. For sure. Oh no! If he goes on the media tour this morning on Good Morning America, it's Papa Kelsey with his alien computer talking about Harrison Butker.
That's right.
That'd be great. That'd be awesome.
I also listen, this whole thing has also reminded me, why do we only care about kickers who are assholes? Like, have we ever been like, boy, that Mason Crosby, like we were as Packer fans, but even when he started sucking, we were like, see ya, dude. Sebastian Janikowski got to be here for 20 years.
But even still, to your point, Justin Tucker is the greatest kicker of all time. We all know that. We all say that, but we still don't care about him. The only thing we really cared about was how he bitched and moaned about Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce in the playoffs last year or end of the regular season or whatever when they moved his helmet. Like, that's the only time he's ever been brought up, really. So, I don't know. I'm excited. The NFL continues to be just an endless gold mine of storylines. We're heading into the slowest section of the season. There's nothing to talk about. We got OTA starting. We need some sports storylines. The NBA is terrible. NHL, nobody knows anybody. And here comes Harrison Butker at Benedictine College or something. And we're like, that's the guy. Let's talk about him endlessly. It's great.
Yeah, that is, that's the other piece of it too, is like slow media cycle. Also, we are in this run of like what negative press is coming out about the Chiefs. Like that's just
for sure
what we're most keyed into. Like, I mean, it made waves this weekend when it was like in the midst of that, it was like 2 Chiefs players arrested and it was like marijuana charges, which like is not a big deal, but in the past hasn't been like a, now we hate you thing to happen in the NFL. So I get that Chiefs fans are probably like, here's another thing coming our way. This is what I don't want to happen. Why does this guy got to be the hero now? Now Harrison Butker, like if they win the Super Bowl, he's holding the damn trophy first.
Yeah. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's going to snatch her from his wife and then hold it himself, push her away.
And also, here's what I'm not excited about. All the women-specific Chiefs jerseys I'm going to see this year. And not like jerseys for women, but like I feel like shirts that say like, women love the Chiefs. Like it's going to be like I have to hear a gender campaign now.
That's true. But Chiefs, the NFL and the Chiefs, though, do have to be a little bit upset because it's like we finally figured out a way to get the women audience to the NFL with Taylor Swift. We finally figured it out. The Chiefs are the women's team. And then Harrison Butker is like, get back to the kitchen. What are you doing? This isn't for you.
And I will say, and you and I are tiptoeing around it. I'm not going to go into it. But sincerely, if you are listening to this and you're like, oh, he didn't say that about women. Again, one, I think it's still fair to have quibbles about it. But 2, the rest of the speech is like the part that's like not good, people. Like bad times. And here's my thing. If you are going to be the stout Chiefs fan, like they're out to get us, they're making this a bigger deal than normal. This dude's going to get another fucking interview. And Harrison Butker's going to say something way worse next time.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to choose.
It took him 6 years to get the Sandy Hook quote out of Rodgers. You know, that takes time to build up. You got to keep asking the questions, you know?
Oh, God. Harrison Butker is going to go on all of the same podcasts as Aaron Rodgers did. And that's 100%. What's going to happen. Man, Aaron Rodgers needs his own podcast. and then just bring Harrison Butker on. That's what's next.
With Brett.
Brett.
That's the trifecta.
What if Brett and Aaron just hosted a podcast? That would be a nightmare.
That's
It'd be great.
I do think, honestly, who's more likely to do a podcast together, Brett and Aaron? Because I think it's a dead heat race for Brett and Harrison. Like, those two seem like they have some things in common.
Yeah, for sure. That's for sure.
Maybe
I'm
not how
excited
they
to see
think
what
about
happens.
women.
Maybe not. Yeah, I think Brett likes women a lot. Some would
that's
say
the
too
vibe.
much.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
but
likes
in a
all women.
different way.
For sure.
Oh,
I'm
I
excited to
was
see
going to
what
say I had
happens,
one
though.
other trivial thought about the Harrison Butker comments, and
Okay.
I just don't think we talk about it enough. This is one reason why this argument and opinion is so dumb to me. No one's ever gone to a college and been like, "Hey, everyone, don't worry, you don't need to work." It's like that's the part that's like weird to me. Anytime this comment comes up, is like that'd be a weird flex if someone just said it to me. Like if someone was like, Jake, you could go working, but wouldn't you rather be home? Yes, motherfucker, but I got bills. Like, what are you talking about? Yeah, I'd be home right now.
I bet some of you women want to be mothers and you don't want to work hard, right? Why don't you just do that on the day of your graduation? Why don't you leave? Get out of here now.
Yeah.
Come
Listen,
on now.
Don't pitch to me the vegan diet when I've already checked out with my hot dogs.
Yeah. That's true. Talking about veganism at the steakhouse.
100%. I've already committed. That cow's died already. It'd be rude at this point.
Very true. Anything else before maybe we jump into a game?
Yeah. The only last thing I have for you is just a fun question on this. I was a little bummed. Think of this scandal and that it had to be Harrison Butker. Who's the player we would have thought did this? Because right away I was like, George Kittle had his thunder stolen.
I don't know. I think George Kittle's just a
definitely Creed Humphrey.
Around. Probably Creed Humphrey. I could see a Gardner Minshew type thing. Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
That's the one I think.
There's an obvious. Kirk.
Oh, Purdy.
Purdy. Purdy might know him.
Yeah, for sure. We need to start asking Purdy questions, not about football, because I would like to take him down.
Not about football. When you talk about your great grandpa, what kind of words do you use? And is one of them true patriot?
Yeah, for sure. God.
All right, let's play a game, dude. Let's get out of this bummer. Let's do
it. You know what? I think let's have a complete change up. Let's throw it to Trevor. We'll bring Trevor on, and we'll see if you can guess where was Trevor. That's going to be the name of this segment. So let's go do that right now. Interesting little cut here. All of a sudden, there's three people. Trevor Land is with us in the middle from the ranking show from Fantasy Football by Committee. Lombardi Sweep. Really, the shows go on, and it kind of feels like we have too many shows, but we do not. They're all bangers. Go listen and watch. But we have a segment here. We have a game here, and sort of a celebration. Happy birthday, belated birthday to Trevor. Jake, clap. It's our guest. Come on. There we go. So Trevor took a little trip for his birthday weekend somewhere. I will let you know, Jake, it was in the United States. He took a trip somewhere in the United States, some city, and we are playing a little game today, Jake. You're going to have to guess what city Trevor was in. And we're going to, instead of going 20 questions, we're going to trim it to 10. Once we're at 10, I'm going to force you to guess. If you don't get it, we'll call an audible. We'll figure out what we got to do. But I think you may be able to get it in 10. But the thing is, you cannot ask specific questions. You cannot ask definitive questions. You can only ask opinions. You can say, how would you feel? What do you think? You can set a scenario, what Trevor believes would happen in that scenario in the specific city. And through these things, you're going to have to guess what city Trevor was in. Do you understand? Does everybody understand?
100%. First question, was it Boyceville?
Okay, again, not an opinion, but I think he could burn that question. Go ahead, Trevor.
Okay, no, I thought I got one for free.
In my
Could you
opinion,
imagine?
it did not feel like it was Boysville.
Bingo. And you know, if you're in Boyceville, the banjos are playing, the wolf pack is out. There's people walking with multiple toes, never 10, but multiple toes. Yeah. You get that one for free. Not Boyceville. You trimmed it down. But now you have 10 questions, opinions. Let's see what you do with them. Question number 1.
Question number 1, Trevor. Do you feel like this is a common destination for tourists from outside the U.S.?
I would.
Again, before Trevor answers, I want everyone to listening comment if you disagree with Trevor. But these are all Trevor's opinions here. Okay. No research done, but Trevor, answer, please.
Rarely.
Okay. Would you say the people who live in this city think 60 degrees is hot?
Ooh, good question.
Unlikely.
Okay.
Trevor's giving some 8-ball answers here. I like it.
If you ask me to ask later,
Yeah.
I'm out. Okay. Do you feel like this city has cool music?
No.
Okay. Fuck.
Very interesting.
The other
Very
one
interesting.
would have been more helpful.
Question
okay.
4.
Question 4. Do you feel like what's the better way to word that question? Do you feel like this city enjoys country music?
Yes.
Okay. Here we
Okay.
go, baby. I was gonna say that would have been a way worse way to ask that. I was gonna be like, do you feel like this is a Republican city? Okay. So country music.
How many
was the other
Confederate
way.
flags did you see?
Do they like the NFL? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Do you feel like this is a good sports town?
No.
Correct answer.
That's true. Could be Minnesota.
Like there's no way there's no other answer for that. Absolutely
Okay.
not.
Good.
Helping you out there.
Okay. Do you feel like there's a lot of hipsters in this town?
Hell no.
Okay, we're moving in a direction. That direction
Hasn't changed.
South.
Good to know.
Okay.
Yes. Question 7. Jake, I would invite you, knowing how your brain works, I would invite you to create more scenarios here. You're just asking one-liner questions. I think you're gonna, if you could put yourself on the street and really get a feel, I think it's gonna help you.
Okay, imagine this. I'm walking down the street. If I ordered something and I was like, hey, serve me what the locals are having, what kind of alcohol do you think they'd serve me?
Ooh. Very interesting.
That's also a very tough question to ask a guy who has not drank in about 3 years.
But
So great question.
Damn,
you
I'm
observe and
sorry.
report, though. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
Something hard and disgusting.
Okay.
That is fair. 3 questions left. 3 questions left before you have to give a guess.
That's true. Okay. Do you feel like, oh, this is a good one. Do you feel like people in this city would brag about it to people who've never asked their opinion on it?
Oh, that's a good one. That's not asking me if I would brag. That's asking them.
Yeah.
Bingo,
Yes,
exactly.
an ungodly amount.
Okay, we're in. Okay. They like country music. So they're like South, but not that South. Not good at sports though. Okay.
Just to help you out, you didn't say, are they good at sports?
No.
You said,
I
are they a
said they're
good
not
sports town?
town.
Are they a good
That
sports
is
town?
what I asked. Okay. Well, then this is similar to the last one. But if you went to a sports bar there, how how infuriated would you be in like the first 10 minutes? Do you feel like it would drive you crazy?
Well, without giving, okay, yes.
Did you experience this at all when you were there?
I did experience this.
Great.
And
That's a good
yes, and not within the first 10 minutes, within the first 5.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Great. One question left. I feel like you're circling the answer here, Jake. You're getting
I've got
close.
some guesses. I feel like I need to get a little, what's something that I can get that's like really specific? But obviously not too specific. Okay.
Jake, I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
I'm going to let you ask me one question after Trevor too, because we've had
Oh,
similar
okay.
life experiences that could help.
I do like the number 11, so I am down on that, and it's the perfect number because nobody ever asked 11 questions.
That's true. That's true.
It's like a baker's dozen. Okay.
It's not
at all.
Two fewer. A bad baker.
Terrible baker. If you're trying to save money, it's a modern baker's dozen. They don't do it like they used to.
A baker has bad self-control.
Yeah, 100%. Would you say, I don't know if this is that helpful though. I want to ask a question about food, but I don't know if I should go that, because that's only helpful if the answer is yes. Okay, I'm gonna go this direction instead, which is and you may have done this because if you went there to party, you might know this answer. But would you say that this place is fun to party with the people who live there, or are they like way too intense?
Literally 3 answers ago, I told you I did not drink, so the party answer should hurt. No, they would not be fun to party with. I think they think they're fun to party with, but they are not.
There you go. That's a little hint there.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
One question for Zach.
Jake. I feel like there's something easy I think you could ask me that at least helps you narrow something down. But
I don't know if this is the direction your brain's going, but I honestly am like, this barometer. This barometer for me will be the most telling, which is do you feel like you have a strong opinion on this city?
Yeah, very strong.
To be fair, I do too.
Okay. So I don't know why this was the most identifying to me. I'm really stuck on the weather and the country music question.
Like those are giving you your biggest hints?
I think so. I think those are the ones. The weather one, honestly, is like the only one I have that like actually narrowed down any geography.
That's true.
I didn't exactly help you much either.
That's so fair. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Ironically, a very lukewarm question. I'm gonna say they like country music, but I feel like I was going Kansas City, but I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the sports questions. It's like, I don't know why this one, but I'm like, I don't know if Zach has a strong opinion on the city, but I was like Indianapolis. And does Cleveland like country music? I don't think so. But I'm kind of in the Midwest mindset.
Probably like rock and roll history over there, but maybe
I don't know.
Country.
Maybe they're a honky tonk town. I am gonna go. I'm gonna change it. I'm gonna go Detroit.
Ooh, was it Detroit?
No, it was not.
Okay.
For the people playing at home, what do you think it was? We'll wait for your answers.
Yes, we'll see here.
Mail them in. Yeah.
Yeah, send them to Hannah Bruner at Elk Mountain School District. I'm going to let you go 5 more, and I invite you to really, color outside the lines here. Get in the mind of Trevor. Really try to feel it out. Pretend you dropped your little person on Google Maps on the street. All of a sudden, you're there. You're seeing a clear picture, but what do you see? Ask away.
Do you feel like this city? Do you think the city is mostly for rich people? Like, do you get like a bougie vibe from
No.
it? Not at all. Okay, there we are.
No.
We've landed in the breadbasket. Okay. That's awesome. Okay. Do you feel like the people in this city talk way too much about their own food?
Yes.
Okay. I wasn't expecting you to say yes. I should have ruled that as an option, but I was like, that's no.
Oh my God.
Okay. I'm trying to think more specific scenarios. Do you feel like there's way too many dog parks?
No.
Not at all. Okay.
I'll give you a little more. I think there's an absence of dog parks.
Wow. Doesn't help me as much as I thought it would, to be honest. But rules out New York, which was a weird possibility. They don't like country music. I just had them in the frame. I haven't ruled out any cities. That might be the hardest part so far.
Also, notably, a lot of rich people live in New York.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I'd already forgotten that question. I was like, back to country music. Okay. And then for this one, what holiday do you feel like they get too excited about? Arbor Day. Portland.
Should I give him the answer on a platter, Zach?
Yeah, I think so.
Does it have to be a national holiday or an overall holiday?
Oh, I was not thinking national.
Opening day.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Helps you out for sure.
Helps
One
me
more
out
question.
for sure. Okay, one more question.
If you don't get this right, you are a fake baseball fan. Now that we know it is a big baseball time.
There's a few of them, not many, but there's at least 3. Okay, I would say, I mean, that helped me out a lot. Now I'm just like picking between like 2 or 3 places. Can I ask my last question to Zach?
No.
Trevor and I will both give our own answers.
All right, both
to whatever
give your
you
own
ask.
answers.
Yeah.
If you were invited to a wedding here, would you attend?
No, fuck no.
Okay.
I would, yeah. No, I wouldn't even send a card. Like, what are you doing if you go here?
I wanted to say
No.
yes just to confuse them, and I couldn't bring myself to do that.
No, it's not something to joke about.
This is a garbage city.
Yeah, bad city.
God, okay. I'm just trying to think of at this point, what cities does Zach most openly hate? Like, that's the
And
part.
I've been open with this one. I told whenever Trevor told me he's going to this place, I told him my exact opinion, which was not. It was glowing, but not positive.
The first thing I said when I knew, I'll spoil this. We came back early.
They left early.
We paid for the hotel. We came back early. The first thing I told Zach was, "You're gonna like this." We came back early, and he said, "Pretty much not surprised."
Yeah.
Wow. I don't think I know, to be totally honest with you.
Really?
Jake.
Okay.
So the opening day thing, there's a lot of baseball teams. I don't know. I'm going to say that, okay, I don't think it's East Coast, but Zach hates a lot of East Coast cities, and I was kind of fixated on that a little bit. I think so.
I don't think I do. Not baseball East Coast cities.
No.
Other than New York. I hate New York. New York sucked.
All right, I'm going to go Chicago.
I do hate Chicago.
Love Chicago.
I didn't know if it was a Cubs poll. Okay.
You want the drum roll?
How do we want to? I want Jake to get it.
Yeah, we're gonna.
Oh my God! Okay.
I say we zero it down a little bit. All right.
Okay.
So how do we zero it down? Do we?
That's a great question.
Do I specify answers more? Because there's one that should make it easier for him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, look, specify from previous questions, you mean?
Yes.
Sure.
Jake, you asked me do I think these people would think 60 degrees is hot? And I said, unlikely. The answer is definitively no, they would not think that.
Not hot.
I gave you way too much.
Oh. I'm gonna ask this question of Zach. Okay.
Okay.
Do you feel like the sports teams of this particular city are assholes?
That's not where I thought he was going with it.
No, I think I know what you're thinking. I think no.
It's not.
Are you thinking Philadelphia? Oh, Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Neither.
I went very south with the Heat question.
I think you're thinking way too much about it. You had a food question. Ask a food question, and Trevor can be specific.
Okay. What type of food do you feel like these people are most excited for?
This isn't going to help you, but at this point, you already lost. Whatever's open.
I think they're also a barbecue.
Yes.
They're a city that wants to be known for barbecue, but they're not.
Yep.
I'm so off. I feel like Oklahoma City.
They're definitely known for barbecue and no baseball.
But just that will be standings right now.
Yeah. Are they good at baseball?
I'll answer this. I don't know. No idea. So I know who's very good.
Give me a time frame and I'll answer it for you.
Do you feel like they were good at baseball 10 years ago?
10 years ago would be 2014. Yes.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it. Okay. Wow.
2013 world champs.
My least favorite city.
Zach has mentioned you hate it before, but I thought it was mostly an Anheuser-Busch thing.
No, that's included. It's just bad. It's just a bad place.
You want to know why we came back home early, Jake? We got there Friday night, went to a game, beautiful ballpark. I'll say that. Fantastic. Yeah. Top 5. Drove Saturday to see a Royals game because my partner is a big Royals fan. Beautiful ballpark, very hot. Came back on a Sunday, 5:00. We're just looking for food. That's it. Jimmy John's is closed. Subway is closed. We didn't even want it, but Hooters takeout is closed. Nothing was open. So we looked at each other and go, do we just go home now? Because nothing's fucking open. And that's exactly what we did.
Not bad. Jake, you were close with your first guess. But not your official guess. But you said Kansas City.
And let me tell you, Kansas City, Missouri is a shithole.
I mean, a shithole. The barbecue thing finally crossed that one out for me. But also, Kansas City weirdly sometimes doesn't like country music because they're pretending like they're not Southern.
Mm-hmm.
The country music thing was interesting, but I remembered Nelly's got a country album. So
honestly, I was thinking
with the St. Louis Arch
City too.
By the way, Nelly's coming to West Salem for a concert, Jake. He went to Chippewa Falls. He's like, I need more. Let's go smaller. And he's not just playing in West Salem. Nelly's coming for the Country Fest there.
What? They have a country fest?
Country boom, baby. And Nelly's coming.
Boom. He's gonna bring the boom.
I guess. And it's expensive to see Nelly at Country Boom.
I hope he brings Post Malone. Have you heard he's country now?
Is he? I saw him. I saw a video of him singing Toby Keith. Rest in peace. Jake killed him. But I mean, I didn't know if he did any more. Good for him.
Yeah, he's still. I think he's coming out with a whole country album.
Wow, everyone just wants to be like Beyonce, huh?
That's true, Cowboy Carter. I feel like where I lost it on that one is I don't even ever think of St. Louis.
Nobody does.
I should have asked Zach hockey questions. Like, are they the worst fucking hockey fans in the whole world? They suck. True. I hate the Blues.
Yeah, they got a big team, though. They're always physical.
They are always physical.
The only answer I take a little offense to, Trevor, was, is this a good music city? I think he said. Or does the city have good music? St. Louis, notably a jazz city. They're jazzy.
You know what?
But it's your opinion, though.
because we lived in a hotel right next to the arch, and they were drag racing till 12:30 at night. So how would I know?
Did you go up in the arch? Did you get to experience
so
that?
here's the thing about that. They're like, okay, you can go up the arch, and they show this pod that's basically if you get one of you or Jake in there, the other isn't fitting because it is like that.
Excuse you. We both went up in the same fucking pod with other people, and it was by the way, scary and not good. Like
bad.
So
bad.
So I look at it and I'm like, I don't like heights very much. And the front desk lady's like, you know what? They just have the view in the museum. You can just go there and see it live. To which I said, why are we going up top then? What the fuck are we doing?
Yeah. Bad monument. You get up there. If you hate heights, it's like moving, which is great.
And you know what the worst thing was in the museum? They had like, these were the monuments that lost. They were just square buildings. Like no fucking wonder an arch won. It was a 2x4.
Nice. Yeah, Jake and I both went up in the same pod.
With three other people.
Yeah. It was cramped. It was cramped. It was long. It was a very long ride. I think it went slower than other people's elevators.
It does say it's supposed to be 4 minutes up, 3 minutes down. So,
I think we went down quick. But yeah,
I do too. Well, and I also think it was a FU thing because I think people were like, "You two shouldn't go in the same pod." And we were like, "Not only will we're bringing 3 other people. Get in
there." Yeah. We brought hostages with us, and their blood's on your hands.
And I know we made them come in because 2 of them were Hannah and Emily, so they hopped in. The 5th one was Lindsay Cole, so we were just like, "Hey, get in here."
Yeah, she was crying the whole time, or at least on the inside, probably.
Good for a bit. Trevor, here's my question. I understand that you could have looked at a photo of the arch, but to get to the arch and then decide you would prefer a photo is kind of wild.
Well, it's because our hotel was literally like a block away. Like if I look out, there's a terrace. It's right there. I mean, we just walk a block and we're there. So we're to be honest, we didn't even go for the arch. We just went for the gift shop for a memento. That's it. We didn't care. I can look out. Oh, there's the arch. We're fine. And guess what? Spoiler alert. St. Louis or east of St. Louis from a high building, there's not much to see anyways.
No, just better places, really. Just trying to get, Lewis and Clark famous for leaving St. Louis. Good for them.
That's true. Also, do they actually think they're a good sports city?
Yes.
For sure.
That's
crazy.
They
still don't understand. They still don't understand why they lost the Rams.
So the reason why I said like within the first 5 minutes they were horrible sports fans. There was a play deep at the wall in a baseball game, and he mistimed the jump. But from where we were, it looked like it went in and out of his glove, and I was like, "Damn, it's a nice play." And the Cardinals fan immediately turns to me and says, "No, it fucking wasn't. He's a bum moron." And I'm like, "Well." Okay, shit. I don't know what you want me to do.
Good.
No, you're a bum, and then you just keep going.
Well, he would have been shanked.
Also,
or something.
The escalators don't go down; they only go up. So you have to take stairs to go down. So we
At the
said
stadium.
Hey, so we said, "Hey, let's check out the 4th level," and then realized we needed to walk the stairs all the way down. So that was cool.
That's good. Good place. I hate St. Louis.
St. Louis is garbage. Kansas City, Missouri is garbage. I mean, we went through the slums to get to a presidential library. I don't know how that happened, but
it is kind of in the middle. Yeah, it is right where it gets a little feisty. Yeah, I agree. The way you said that made it seem like Kansas City, Kansas was cool though, and I just want you to clarify that that's not actually your opinion.
I can't.
I remember liking it. Is it bad?
No, it's good. It's a little like it's the white part, right? Like it's really, really bougie, really, really like that's where all of the athletes live. Which is good for them. But no, when I was out there, which Chief was that? We went by the Chief's house and they had like a moat around it.
That sounds like Creed Humphrey. But
I wanted to say it was Creed. That would have been a wild slander. I don't know.
Also, you can't say you're Kansas City anything when you play in Independence. Like, you have all that open land, man. Just put it in Kansas City.
100%. Yeah, it's out of the way. They had to leave room for the racetrack, Kansas City Speedway.
Great. And apparently we found out through Trevor that Kansas City is a big soccer town. I disagree, but I mean, maybe.
Well, they're getting the World Cup.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they're fake. They like wrote it on a piece of paper. Like they fake their resume. Like, yeah, we love soccer.
Well, let me tell you, I was like, hey, I'll go to Kauffman Stadium now, but like, I'm just going to go when they get the World Cup anyways. So what's really the point? I'm not going to Kansas City anymore. I will fly anywhere else in the continental United States.
There you go.
It does have that charm.
Glowing review. Kansas City, put it on a billboard.
I will say I think St. Louis is better than Kansas City, Missouri.
Wow. Okay. There you go, St. Louis.
Sad.
That's a bit of a bummer.
But to be fair, Kansas City, Missouri, their Potbelly gave me a free sandwich. So,
Oh.
I don't even know what a Potbelly is, but sounds cool. Sounds great. But yeah, thank you, Trevor. Thank you for sharing your experience. And Jake, congratulations on getting there. I think that was a good time all around.
Yeah.
Was any money bet on this or no?
No. We got one more game coming. But
this one's just for pride.
For the love of the game.
Yeah. You can tell Jake wasn't really dialed in. No money was on the line, so he just let it go. That's right.
I'm like Ipe. Only play for money.
And we are back from the game. Jake kind of stumbled into a victory there, I would say, but we're going to give him a chance to redeem himself with another game. This time, $10 up for grabs.
Wow.
I am down by 20. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. I am down by 20, and you have a chance to extend your lead.
15. Sorry. Just remembering. Just 15, I think.
Okay. You still have a chance to extend your lead here. And behind the scenes, some things we're thinking about possibly doing with Flurry, some ideas that have been floating about, talking about. And maybe this game here is a little bit of a trial run just to see what we can do. Jake, you love trivia. I love trivia. Let's play a little sports trivia game here today. I have 5 trivia questions for you, all multiple choice. You have to get 4 right out of 5 to get $10. If you get 3 or fewer, I get the $10. Sound good?
Yeah, let's do it. Okay,
let's start with one I think you're going to get. If you had tickets to Game 5 of the NBA Finals on June 11th, 1997, you would witness Michael Jordan's flu game, which was in which city? Houston, Salt Lake City, Phoenix, or Chicago?
I believe it was the Jazz, so I'm going to go Salt Lake City.
Bingo. Salt Lake City, 1 for 1. Thought maybe I'd mess you up a little bit with Houston. I in my mind, I'm like, I know it's Utah, but it's always a little weird. But yeah, 1 for 1. I think that's the easiest one, though. Okay.
Gotcha. Yep.
Next, an NBA legend rides into the sunset at a safe and prudent speed is an Onion headline about which basketball Hall of Famer? Ray Allen, Tim Hardaway, Tim Duncan, or Dirk Nowitzki?
Is it an Audubon joke? That'd be wild. I think they're going for the mild-mannered humor there, and I also feel like it's very The Onion to make fun of Tim Duncan. So that's my guess.
You're correct. It is very Onion to make fun of Tim Duncan at a very safe and prudent speed, as Tim Duncan always does. Didn't know. I threw in Tim Hardaway just in case you had Tim Hardaway knowledge. I think he got in trouble for speeding pretty badly at one point. Ray Allen, similar mild temper as Tim Duncan, and then Dirk.
Oh,
you zoned in. Autobot joke. That was for me.
Yeah. Or he was just so slow at the end. May have been that too.
Very, very slow. Very slow. 2 for 2. You need 2 more. Yeah.
Tim Duncan's at a restaurant. His waiter doesn't bring him his food. How long does he sit there before he calls Ginobili to get him out of there?
I feel like, I don't think he calls anybody. I think the restaurant's closing down and they go to put the chair on the table and they like do a little jump because Tim Duncan's there like, God,
what
like, I'll have my I'll have my buttered rice, please. Okay, Tim. Anything for you?
That's right. I ordered pudding 2 hours ago.
Yeah. Our apologies, sir. And then he apologizes to them. Sorry to inconvenience you. Next question, heading to football here. Prior to calling Washington, D.C. home, the Washington football team, Redskins, Commanders, that team played in which famous stadium? Fenway Park, Yankee Stadium, Boston Garden, or Madison Square Garden?
I don't think they would. What was the third option?
I'll say them all. And again, play along at home, by the way, if you're watching.
For sure.
Let us know your score. Otherwise, leave a 5-star review on the podcast platform and let us know your score that way. The 4 answers here: Fenway Park, Yankee Stadium, Boston Garden, or Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, I think it's Boston.
Final answer.
Correct.
Wrong. You were correct that it's in Boston, but it was Fenway.
I really was like, does Fenway ever have any football tie over? But I guess that makes sense because for a while, like half of the league in baseball shared a football stadium.
Yeah. I mean, pretty recently for some places. Somehow.
Oakland, 10 years ago.
Oakland. Yeah, that's insane. That makes no sense whatsoever.
No. A bad sign of things to come.
Yeah. Somehow it was downhill from there, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, Fenway is the correct answer for the former team known as the Redskins. Next question. You got to go perfect the rest of the way here.
Okay.
But luckily for you, Jake, the last 2 questions are baseball related.
Okay.
So
Oakland.
I think, that's one of the answers here if you would like to guess them.
Oh, okay.
In 2017, the Cleveland Indians, then Indians, set an American League record for most consecutive wins at 23, which 2002 team previously held the record at 20.
Oh, yeah, sick. It is the A's. No, I got it. That's Moneyball, baby.
Okay, you're correct.
That should be worth 2 points. I cold called Oakland.
You did. That was impressive.
Hey, A's fans, everyone forgot you. Not this guy.
No.
The last A's fan right here.
Yeah, maybe they should keep their stadium. Good for them. Okay, Jake. Last one here. A little bit of a baseball crossover here. The Portland Trail Blazers had the longest consecutive streak of sold-out home games among the Big Four American Sports League until this East Coast MLB team surpassed them in 2013. Okay. Boston Red Sox, New York Yankees, Pittsburgh Pirates, or Baltimore Orioles. Let me know if you need me to repeat any of that.
No, all good. I think the one I was waiting on was there. So I just think that 2013 would be a random year for most of those teams. I think Boston won it that year. So I also think that was post-Boston bombing. So I think that was a big year for that as well. So I'm going to go Boston.
That is correct. You got it. You're up 10 or up 25 now. Boston. Wow. What do you think of those 5 sports trivia questions?
I think they're good because, as I think I showed, I think they were, I would say, decent to like moderately difficult if you like just know that sport. Like it'd be really tough. Like for me on like hockey questions, I'd be tough on. Even some of your basketball ones, obviously, I was a little like, not sure. But the baseball ones, it's like, yeah, if you know baseball, you'll know the A's one. But if you didn't, why would you ever guess Oakland?
Do you think 4 choices is good? Do you think 3 choices would be okay?
I would vote for 3 because just answering them, there was a toss away in all of them. So
true. That is true. And you are up $25. Now let us know what your score was, and let us know if you want more sports trivia, whether on this show, on another Flurry Sports platform. Let us know because I think we are very interested.
Yeah.
Well, we like trivia. So like a little bit of sports trivia, I think could be fun for everybody. It could be something we all play along possibly every day. So let us know if you enjoyed that. But Jake, that's the show. How you feeling? Anything else you want to talk about?
I think those are the big ones. Baseball, kind of smooth sailing right now. The Yankees are good again, which I think I can speak for everyone. That stinks, man.
Mm-hmm. The Twins are pretty good though too, right? So I assume we meet in the playoffs.
Oh, fuck you. How dare you? By the way, that's what we need to talk about. Minnesota took me right to here. We got to have a little chat. You and me. Okay. Just us. Audience, you wait right there. Jump in if you agree with me. Otherwise, stay put. I hate him too. The only guy in history, he said, I know there's a pandemic going around, but it's not here in this room, and I'm going to prove it. I'm going to take that microphone, and I'm going to lick it. And a French hello, they might say.
Yeah.
And what happened? COVID-19. That man, Rudy Gobert, I mean, he's made some mistakes, Zach. But the question is,
certainly. But boy, can he guard a pick and roll?
Boy, can he guard a pick and roll? I can't be apathetic anymore, Zach. I'm in on the T-Wolves, baby. Wolf Nation. How up?
I'm so in on Anthony Edwards. I love Anthony Edwards. We've always loved Anthony Edwards. But boy, those two bigs for Minnesota. Like, we can't have Dumb and Dumber down low. It'd be like, this is a good team. We can't do it. But now, they get to play an injured Luka and Kyrie, who's still burning sage before every game because he thinks he's going to walk off the side of the earth. It's like, they're going to win the series. They're going to be in the NBA Finals.
They're awesome, man. Listen, it is Dumb and Dumber a little bit, but I do kind of love, like, if they were a cast from a movie, it's like Draco and the two knuckleheads from Harry Potter. Like, and I kind of like it. I like that Ant is just, by the way, please keep having Ant and Kat do interviews together.
Yeah, for sure.
Where Ant can just agree with everything Kat said with 10 times more aggression and 10 times more confidence.
He's so good for the league. They want the Timberwolves to win so bad. And they may get it. Because
my favorite tidbit from this whole thing has been when it came out that, to your point, I want to see it so bad. Like, let's keep the train rolling. I also think they're probably the most over thing in the playoffs right now. But my question is this, which is, Ant famously, I guess, told a custodian or a staff member of the Nuggets that he'd be back for Game 7. How many times has that custodian heard someone said that? Because I like to think that happens every year.
Oh,
I'll see you in 2 days.
I don't think that custodian has heard that, but I think Anthony Edwards just does that to every random person he sees on the street. I'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
Every homeless person. I'll be back in 3 days. Be right here. Usually he doesn't show. Bad guy. But he came back this time.
I know. And also, pardon my language on this, but the swear is part of the humor on this one. I feel like half of the time he's not being that funny, and then he throws in a motherfucker. Like, he's got a good Samuel L. Jackson line going on. Like, at that one, he's like, I told you I'd see you Tuesday, motherfucker. Like, I was like, that's good. It's good delivery. So funny.
It just makes me so angry, man. I really want to love the Timberwolves. I can't do it, though, because, like, Glenn Taylor is such a fucking asshole. Like, I don't want to sell the team anymore. Sell the team, bitch. Like, get rid of this fucking team. You wanted to sell them last year at this time, and now you like Anthony Edwards. So now you're going to not sell it.
100%. He was the last. He did not think Anthony Edwards was that good.
No. And now he's like, I guess I'm going to keep the team now. No, do not do it.
The thing people forget, like, yes, Gobert is ridiculed in his own right. Part of the reason, if you, like, actually follow the Timberwolves, that deal made no sense for Ant. Like, why is he the accent to the best player on your team? When you know what he was helping? Oh, this will help Kat. Oh, thank God. That's what we needed was help for Kat. Jesus.
Goodness. I was going to make a bad joke. But yeah, thank goodness. We truly felt, and it still may happen, and it would break my heart. It felt like Anthony Edwards is going to be Donovan Mitchell. And I don't know. I really hope Gobert doesn't fuck this up because I think he's gonna. That's my belief. I think he's gonna mess this up for Anthony Edwards and the rest of this team.
If it hadn't already happened, if the NBA gods were really thinking, you'd have Gobert do the Brook Lopez special. I need him in the corner, not passing to Ant as time hits 0.
Yeah. It does seem that way. I also love Naz Reid. Everyone loves Naz Reid. I think Naz Reid's going to try to make it about him a little bit.
Yeah, you think? I think so.
Yeah. This team could really fall apart. But they're the only team left that plays defense. So who the hell knows? They should beat Dallas. If they don't beat Dallas, then that's a disappointment. No matter the scenario, though, it's like this is going to be a bad finals. The Celtics are possibly the biggest favorites in a conference final of all time against Indiana. Yeah. I hope Indiana beats them. But like if the T-Wolves go against the Celtics, I have to cheer for the T-Wolves because fuck Jason Tatum and all those guys.
Yeah, and I also think that's the best basketball final left.
Probably.
Like as much as I think the Mavericks could beat the T-Wolves, like I that's a terrible matchup against Boston.
Yeah. Indiana, Minnesota would be NBA would be so pissed off in terms of like, wow, great. We got the Midwest tied down. That's what we needed. But that's like a conflict of styles, which I think is fun. Because Indiana just wants to score 140.
Are pissed. He's like, where's the grinders?
We need to let Patrick Beverly come play for Minnesota. I know he's out. I know technically he's suspended for 4 games or something, which is super consequential, I'm sure. But we gotta let him play on this team. We need it.
I would also bring back AK-47.
Andre Karolinko?
Yeah, you got to bring back Karolinko.
Where is he?
I don't know, but come home, baby boy. Minnesota's good. Come on, get in it. Remember when he was the great white hope? We don't have KG anymore, but we got AK.
That's true. That's true. Karolinko, I think maybe it may have been at the end of Olowokandi. That or just Darko Milicic and Nikola Pekovic or something. That dude was the biggest dumb oaf I've ever seen in my life. But he's a walking double-double, though.
He is a walking double-double. That, and I also think this guy, famous Timberwolf, bring back Derrick Rose. I feel like he really beat for us. That's when I think of journeyman Derrick.
Agreed.
I think of the Wolves.
For sure. He was good for the Timberwolves. He was really good. Timberwolves have had some interesting people come for a cup of coffee.
100%. Somehow, by the way, one of those people feels like it's Rubio. He was like there for years, and it feels like he was there like on 2 1-month vacations separately.
What a good call. I am for Rubio not being around, but he really should be a part of this team just as a thank you for what we put him through.
100. Rubio and K-Love should be on this team.
Yeah.
KG gets all the love. I remember the year when we went crazy and said, make K-Love MVP. Did he deserve it? No.
But hey, he doesn't. Well, he's racist if he doesn't win it. Come on, let him have it.
100%.
We also need Corey Brewer here too. He went through a lot.
All the picks that we could have had before Steph Curry. Bring all of them out.
Johnny Flynn. Oh no.
He's there.
That dude's washing cars for a couple bucks now. Man.
Yeah, any other bring back Thibodeau.
That's what we need, as we've seen.
Jimmy Butler.
I love Jimmy. Playoff Jimmy. Why not?
Yeah,
different animal.
He'd come back. I'd only bring back Jimmy if Tibbs came with him. Seems like they got some beef to squash.
Jimmy's gonna come back and play with scout team and beat this Timberwolves team in practice and destroy their morale.
Dude, T-Wolves Knicks would have been killer.
It would have been fun. It would have been really good.
So much Thibodeau talk. He would have loved that.
Oh, it would have been a grinded out first to 90 wins. It would have been an all-time NBA series.
We would have gotten a quote from Ant that was like, I've never met Thibodeau and I fucking hate that guy.
Yeah. That's true.
He didn't shake my hand.
Man. Yeah. I wasn't in line, but he still didn't come see me.
Cat would be like, I mean, I didn't always like Thibodeau, and he'd be like, fuck that guy. I love it, dude. Everyone needs a friend like Ant.
That's true. For sure. We'll leave you on that. Next week we'll have all kinds of great stuff to talk about.
That's right.
We're really in the peak of sports season right now. So there's going to be a lot to talk about next week. Who knows? It may be a 3-hour show. If we can somehow condense it to 1 hour, I mean, before even listening to the show, you may want to give us a 5-star review and just say thank you. Just thanks for all you do.
We're building your cardio, Zach, because do you know what's coming at the end of summer?
What's that?
The Olympics, baby. Sports Talk's got to be ready. You think we're doing long shows now? We're not even in javelin season.
I've brought up the Olympics at least 3 days in a row, and Lindsay is not the slightest bit excited, and I've been trying to turn that frown upside down. We are an Olympics household, and I will be damn sure of it. What's not to love? They did BMX trials the other day. I'm like, we need to watch this. There's breakdance. There's breakdance?
Yeah, they added it to the Paris Olympics.
Do we get the Jabbawockeez, or are they playing for somebody else?
They might be French. Are they playing? We're immediately in a team mindset. Who got the Jabbawockeez?
Dude, we need them. We need all of a sudden. America's Got Talent is just the Olympic trials. We're just trying out everybody.
That'd be kind of. I mean,
the Jabbawockeez.
Yeah, dude. The only thing I remembered them for. I think. Here's the thing. Maybe what you should do, we did this in elementary school. You probably remember this. Just have like Lindsay pick a country out of a hat. Just get some buy-in. That really worked. Dude, I still root for Sweden. Every time it comes on, I'm like, that's my team.
I will say, I think we stumbled on something related to what you just said last night. And we'll go out on this. This is a little fun game you guys can play at home. We had Culver's for dinner last night, Jake.
Okay.
So what we did is
game.
we put great game. That's one of my favorite games to play. We put all of the shake toppings or mix-ins on a wheel, and we spun the wheel, and that's what we're gonna get. So maybe we just put a bunch of countries on a wheel and we spin. We love a good wheel spin. We did it for food too. I got a veggie burger, not bad, a little pasty, but it was okay.
You know what, Zach? All right, this is a future content pitch. If you all like this idea, let us know. Leave a review, leave a comment. But I think we do this, Zach. We're going to bring back an old hit. Let's draft. On a future episode, we're going to draft countries to give you points fun. In the Olympics. We'll make a system.
We should do a fantasy Olympic thing.
100%. Gold's 3, silver's 2, bronze is 1.
I don't even know who I want. I just know who I don't.
I mean, and I'm proud to be an American.
I mean, it's the Summer Olympics. Maybe this is Ireland's year for gymnastics, as we talked about.
Or do you take? Previously. Yeah, I mean, listen, I'm going to say what we're all thinking. Jamaica's a great 4th-round pick.
For sure. Maybe a little Kenya, get some long distance.
Yeah, that's what you got to get to. Is that weird shooting one a winter sport, or is that this time around?
That is winter. Yeah, they ski and then get their heart rate up and then give them a gun. It's like, here we go.
Okay,
it's like it's similar vibes to me getting an ad from Quick Trip today. It's if you buy 2 12-packs of Miller High Life, you get 50 cents off of gas. Like, hell yeah, brother. That's what we need to do right now.
What the hell is that?
I don't know, but great deal.
Oh my God. That's like lacrosse during Oktoberfest. You bought 2 racks of hams, you got a 30-pack of water free.
I mean, at least that one's like, you're just very hydrated at that point.
Yeah.
For Quick Trip, it's like, let's get you buzzed so you can drive home.
By the way, how's this for an exit joke? If you had all that hams, you don't need any water.